Welcome to Emerald Hills, home of Team Expansion and Brigada. The purpose of Emerald Hills is to provide a place so that folks can pray, retreat, and learn. It's a real inviting atmosphere. It's a place that God has blessed with a lot of natural beauty. Doesn't matter if your home language is Chinese or Albanian or Arabic or Spanish. You're always welcome at Emerald Hills. Welcome to the Prayer Center Atrium. This is the first public building that we've constructed here at Emerald Hills. We did build a barn right at the beginning so that we'd have a place to stage the rest of the growth of the property. But this building is going to be a long-term a hub for a larger complex. Right now, it's basically all we have. It's our prayer center and also our home for our offices. You can see we've had to spill out and use this middle room already for cubicles, but it's working out really well, and it provides a great place for missionaries who are coming home to visit to be able to see and experience the wonder of God's creation and take refuge and peace in what He has to offer here at Emerald Hills. Again, we're back in the main auditorium of the Prayer Center Atrium. You can see our receptionist, Melanie, and there's my wife, Penny. Want to say hi, Penny? Nope, not really. As you can see here, there's Linda. She works to be able to track new applicants. Jenny's over here, usually at that table. She works in member care. We've got Shauna here with Creative Arts, and there's Carla, who is our Creative Arts writer. Out this door, you can see the deck where you can take it all in. It's hard to describe this kind of peaceful place to work. It's almost like when people come to visit, they often say it's like being in a state park, except better than a state park because it's all dedicated to God. Here in this hillside right beside our building, that's where those offices will push out someday and make a place for more permanent offices and a tech center and missionary work center for our missionaries when they come back. Over on that hillside across the service drive, we'll do a family life center, a place where people will be able to do basketball and volleyball, indoor soccer, activities during the day when they're here for a training program for 3 weeks or more in the winter, for instance. You can see the woods, and barely peeking out from behind one of those trees, you can see one of the prayer shelters. When we're at full build, there'll be 29 of those hidden out there in the woods. You see our pond out there, a new play set that's going up for kids. And then over on the other hill over there, you can see the way the building will expand for missionary guest housing. We'll be able to, at our full build, house 150 missionaries and their families. Like I told you, one of the things we picked up here is a little more space. There's space now for our field coordinators to be able to work and make private phone calls. Finally, they've got a place where they can close the door and be able to meet and grow and learn and call and conference in peace. Here out in this area are our equipping folks. They try to help our missionaries get ready for whatever they're about to face overseas. These equipping people start with recruits when they're just getting started and make sure that they have all of the tools at their disposal so that they can get ready for the positions that they'll have in the field no matter what they intend to do. We also have on the property a full ropes course, kind of a school of outdoor discipleship, and Tara here is the lead person on that. Got space here at the end for a training room. You can see a conference going on in there. I don't know, Chris, if you can get Alan there conferenced into China. And now let's head downstairs. As I said, one of the main things we gained by moving to Emerald Hills is some space for people to be able to work in an office and be able to collect their thoughts and make phone calls when they needed. This row of offices happens to be for our mobilization folks. Those are the folks who phone new recruits and stick with them as they get prepared, all the way down to the end of the hall where our information technologist works, Greg, and he's the guy that keeps everything wired and running smoothly. Out in this area you can see a dining area, and whoa, did we ever pick up space here. At the Hopewell House where we worked before, we had space for 8 people to crowd around one table and eat. Now we can feed 150 seated. One of the main things that we picked up here, like I've told you before, is space, which was like the final frontier for us at the Hopewell House. Here at Emerald Hills, we've picked up some special places. For instance, this spot is reserved just for missionary kids, the children of our missionaries. We have about 320 full-time adults around the world in nearly 50 countries, and over 250 children. It's kind of tough to get them all together in one youth group, so they have to be creative, and when they visit, they have to pay special attention at a place like this. Our kitchen at the Hopewell House was tiny. Now we have a full stainless steel restaurant kitchen where we can prepare and service 150 people with nourishing home-cooked meals. It's really been a great blessing already as we've been able to get together missionary groups of all sizes, and also on a long-term plan, local churches will be able to use our facility. Let me show you one last place. It's kind of like on 24 where you have CTU, Tech 1. Well, this is kind of our version. I wonder if you could zoom in on these wires. It's kind of fun to think about that missionaries from all over the world are right now sending their prayer requests encrypted, and they come in here to these servers and routers, and they get decrypted, and those prayer requests get sent to their supporters and friends all over the world. Then those supporters and friends answer, their messages come back, get encrypted, and get mailed out to missionaries in those almost 50 countries. So it's kind of like if we could imagine those prayer requests, they'd be points of light that are dashing in and out of these wires all over the world, and that enables us to be able to serve these folks like never before. Well, we're ending up back in the back lot, the backyard, because it's a very special place as we look toward the future and try to design a campus where missionaries can come together to pray, retreat, and learn. We're excited about the future and excited about what we can offer to our global workers. Down here in the middle, we hope to someday have an amphitheater kind of environment where people can gather for outdoor worship, and we've been told that as many as 1,000 will be able to gather here. We're looking forward to those gatherings to pull together supporters, friends, local churches prior to the deployment of a brand new team to a place in the Middle East or in Africa. And we hope and trust that you will be praying and helping to be able to undergird Emerald Hills so it become a tool that God can use now and in the future. Thanks a lot for your help. May God bless.